Hello and welcome everyone, I am C.S.Gilmore and this is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. So if you're a fan of Deep Rock Galactic, this game is more... it's in the same universe, but it's different. It's still great. It's kind of almost a vampire survival type of setup, I believe. Like, lots of enemies coming at you, you're defending against them while you're solo. You've got 4 biomes right now. I would be surprised if they don't add more in the future, but who knows? You've got abilities that you can upgrade as the game goes on, kind of like a roguelike, where you can upgrade your abilities for starting off. Milestones you can accomplish, which unlock new items, new abilities. And each area has its own unique quirks, and you get different hazard difficulties. Each one comes with 3 little pips that, if you meet the requirements to get them, and then those go to unlock higher hazard difficulties in different areas. And yeah, it's a great game. The Crystal Caverns are the basic starting point. No, as far as weird quirks go, it's probably the simplest. Every other one has their own little things that I'll probably get into in another video. For now, let's jump into Crystal Caverns. We've got a few goals for hazard level 3, so it should be fairly dangerous. But goal is complete the dive, upgrade Warthog Auto 210 to level 21, and collect 30 red sugar. I believe that is a gunner weapon. And I've got a couple different options for the gunner. I could pick the standard weapon specialist, which has a nice ability, plus I start with the minigun, which is a nice gun to begin with as well. Or I could try the Juggernaut, where I get a bonus to damage when I take damage for at least a short period of time. Lower weapon range, but higher armor and max hit points. I start with the heavy revolver. I'm actually going to try this one because I've never tried that one before. So we get a little quest. In this case, it's to find 12 Bulu caps. And that's our quest for the mission. Ooh. Alright, we gotta upgrade our guns. As you can see, I've got this little big pip at the top of the side of the gun here. If I get to that, then you'll unlock overclocks for future dives. I'll grab these. And I want to grab these little glowy bits because XP lets me level up and get those new additions. Ooh, mining speed up by 10 is a big one. You can, of course, kill loot bugs to get a little bit of gold and nitra. I definitely recommend getting a little bit of mining speed boost though when you do a dive, because being able to move quickly, especially through the walls and whatnot, can save your life. Like right here, I can move fast enough that those bugs aren't catching up to me. Grab whatever nitra and gold you can though during a run. I have to come back to that one, because you're going to use those between missions to get my reload speed up. You can see the little bar at the bottom. I'm going to save that actually for now. It'll be really useful, especially with this early boss fight. Every mission at the end, you get a boss fight. But first you have to survive against just hordes of enemies. It's a good chance to grab whatever you can. You got red sugar to heal yourself if you do get hurt. I want to get these objectives done. I want to get my gold and nitra up, because if I don't, I'll regret it later. Ooh, okay. Hit level 5, I get to choose a new gun. Could pick a fire grenade. Could pick kinetic grenade. Each one has their own quirks and traits. You don't have to worry about friendly fire. You can't hurt yourself, which is very handy because some classes have a lot of very area of effect stuff. Like, I believe it was the Driller had fire turrets. It's fun. Alright, shoots rapidly in 4 directions, or a grenade. None of these items are ones that I have unlocked overclock on yet. So I'm going to pick... let's go with grenades. Okay, as far as the bugs go, as you can see, they're starting to get more powerful ones. Exploders are dangerous, but also really handy because if you do it right, you can use them to just wipe out members of the hordes and open up the way for you to progress. I'm a better dwarf than yesterday. Alright, I'm getting backed into a corner here though. I need to make a run. Also, they help with my mining. If I can swing around back to this area before the end, I can grab that gold dig on Earth. Special resources like this one, also very handy. You don't use them during the runs, but you can use them outside the runs to get those permanent upgrades to your overall character builds that help you once you get out and once you're starting a new run. Alright. You get XP for mining. You also get XP for killing bugs. You do have to pick it up, which is tricky at times because you have to get to it. I've already got my secondary objective done. If you don't get that secondary objective, like the one where I had to pick the polo caps, it's not a end of the world scenario. You just don't get the extra gold and XP from it. Ooh, let's get the fire rate on the grenade up. Okay, now we've got the boss monster coming. They're an elite, and I want to get back to. Whoa, I'm getting a little boxed in here. I want to get back to the drill bit here because earlier on, especially depending on what your build is and what guns you have, you may not be able to take out the elite very easily. But this, very much can. Also, always make sure you grab these though before you end a level, because they give you artifacts which are super handy. Gain XP when taking damage, Get a small chance to find nitro when mining a kind of rock. I'm actually going to go with that one, I think, even though the exploding ring of fire could be good. Nitra can be really hard to find sometimes. Alright. Fire rate. Let's get that up. Okay, so now I've got to hurry back to the drop pod, though. I've only got a few seconds. They give you half a minute to get back to the drop pod. Sometimes it's easier or harder to get back to, depending on where the horde of bugs is. If you don't get back, it leaves without you. You lose. Not good. But it's a handy way of moving on to the next level. You have a certain number of levels before you get to the end to have to fight a dreadnought. Alright. In between levels, though, you get to spend your nitro and gold to do handy things like leveling up abilities and items. 35 to fire rate. Alright. Don't have enough nitro for any of those. But I could get overall damage increase. Status effect damage. I don't have anything that does status effects right now. So I'm gonna spend 5 gold to reroll. I could spend 30 to heal 50%, but I don't really need that right now. Okay. Rerolls are nice because if you have the resources for it, it's always worth it. Just about, because you get a refill of all the options. So any you couldn't afford before might get wiped out. Any that you already took get filled in again with something else that you might be able to take. I'm gonna pick up the pickup radius one, and we're gonna dive further. Alright, now we're on the second level. On the far left here you can see there's some little dots that show which level. Another Bulu Cap collection mission. Alright, not gonna complain, those are not too hard to do. But yeah, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and then the 5th level is the final one where you end up in a bit of a boss fight. So it's not just a straight jump into a boss fight. And that'll make more sense once we get that far, I guess. And you can see it for yourself. Oh hey, they're hiding a Bulu Cap or 2 behind that crystal. So yeah, you've got a bit of a rush to just grab whatever you can. especially in the early portion of the mission before a bunch of the monsters really start swarming you. Ow. Okay, we got a bigger one. You do get some elites or semi-elites. Ooh, that's bad. Flyers can just ignore terrain, so they can come right at you. Gotta watch out for that. Alright, I'm not being careful, which is bad for my health. Sometimes you get areas which are easier to break than others because the terrain's already cracked. Fire damage, reload speed. Let's get reload speed up. I always would say get your reload speed up on your weapons a bit, because the faster they reload, the faster you can shoot them. Again, after, like, that little yellow bar at the bottom is their ammo, means, hey, you can shoot it, and it shoots automatically. So and then you have to wait for that little yellow bar to recharge before you shoot again. So if you're not reloading quickly, there's going to be gaps in your fire, and as you can see, the bugs never end. They just keep coming. You're going to die if you hold still and if you can't start thinning them out. Right now, I am not in a good position as far as thinning them out goes, because I should just keep running. Do not have a very good weapon set right now for what I need. I probably should have gone with my initial build that you have active available, which is the one with the minigun, because the minigun is pretty good as far as taking out hordes and whatnot go. This is really not going well. I also have to remember I am on Hazard 3, so everything's not going to go well already, probably anyway. I have not yet beaten a Hazard 3, and they throw a lot at you. I gotta get a few more bullet caps. Oh, I bet my camera's covering that. Oh well. It's not one you have to really see. Just know that there's a little mission tab up there that tracks it. Alright, objective done. Let me see here. Critical chance up, but I really could use the damage increased, and I also want to get my guns upgraded as much as possible. Even if you fail a run, aim to upgrade your stuff. If I can get those upgraded fully to the point where they'll let me unlock overclocks, then that means that gun will be hugely affected in future runs, because once you have overclocks unlocked, you get a chance to add 3 different overclocks to them as time goes on. It's very helpful. Okay, the elites here. Where's my elites? There you are. Oh, you're coming fast. You're ticked. Okay, let's get ready to drop a little friend off. And there we go. Ooh. What is that one? Pop-up tripod. Fire rate, reload, 6 seconds, stacks up to 15 times. When standing still. I'm not standing still a lot. Max hit point plus some life regen. Much more useful. Oh good, and it dropped the pod to move on to the next area. In an area that isn't complete... Never mind, I spoke too soon. I was about to say isn't completely swarmed. Me and my big mouth. Okay, hopefully I can loop around most of them. I'm gonna have to take a hit here. Alright, only took a little damage. That's a lot of bugs. Okay. Ooh, I might get that mining speed one. First, get this because I'm almost to the upgrade point. Don't have enough for those. Mining speed up again would be really handy. Reload speed in general. Do I want that? Also, down below, whenever you're getting an upgrade, your weapons down below will have a little blue arrow above them if they're a weapon that gets affected. Unless it's like one of these general ones, like the overall reload speed, then it doesn't specify a particular gun. Kinetic damage. Both my weapons are currently kinetic, so both of them would get an upgrade from it. Ooh, that would have been nice if I could get it. Or that if I could get it, because I would push it right to where I need it. I'm going to get that one, though, and I'm out of excess resources, so on we go.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
My Morkite, another one that's fairly easy to accomplish.
Hope it'll be easier than the last.
Just have to find the Morkite. which is much like these gold and nitra veins, just lying in a wall somewhere. Ooh, this is the edge of the boundaries. I should be careful not to get trapped. But with the bonus to my mining speed now, from a couple upgrades, I can move through walls pretty quickly, which is very nice. Oh hey, there's my nitra deposit that I need. Oh, that flyer is coming right for me. No, I really need that nitra. I want my mission. Objective done. That is a big flyer. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of special resources. If I'm careful, I can kind of kite it while getting the special resources. But right now I need to move now because it's not slowing down. And all the other bugs are catching up as well now. So it's a tricky scenario of balancing out grabbing stuff and dodging everything you can. Some of these flyers seem to just fly in a straight line across the map and don't really care about where you are. I love being able to use these bombers to clear up the mess a little. Also to mine a bit more XP than I'm going to be able to get from my guns otherwise. Interesting spot for that. Alright, that's cleared. Good. Get leveled up. Reload speed or fire. That's a lot of fire rate. I can't give that up. Even if the one would get my other gun a lot closer. Come on. Gotta get away from this fire. Just die already. Each gun has their quirks as to what they shoot at. Some guns will shoot at the weakest enemy or the closest enemy. Some will shoot in a particular direction, like directly behind me. I'm not gonna get that bonus objective done. Unless I can find a little bit more Morkite around here somewhere, and I think it's mostly up in that one corner with all the bugs. And oh, come on. Okay, grab what gold I can. I need to grab some more health. Alright. Getting a lot of gold out of this at least. But I've also been endangering myself more than I really should with all these attacks on. Another swarm incoming. When it does the swarm incoming, basically it just means every single direction possible there's going to be bugs coming. I am not doing good. I think I'm going to die this run. Let's get. But who knows? Maybe I'll pull off a survival. It's not over till it's over. That's the important thing. Never give up until you're actually dead. Because you never know. Sometimes you just happen to find health and can pull through a survival that you thought wasn't going to happen. Also, they have a good selection of enemies. Like, you get the standard spread of usual things you'd run into in most Deep Rock Galactic games. All the different bugs. Alright. I gotta get that special one. Bother. There's so many bugs I can't get near the... I can't get near that drop. Come on, bugs. If I can kite them far enough away for a bit, hopefully it'll work. If you take too long with the special, like the final wave boss of the level after you, then it'll just keep spawning more and more bugs in swarms. So you do have to wrap up the mission eventually. You can't just keep running forever. They'll swarm you until they get you. This is not good. I don't think this is quite going to work for me. Yep, that did not quite work. I missed the big bad guy. But all those exploders did not. Bother. Sometimes you get the option to pick something silly like a paint job. It just upgrades the level a few times, which gets you closer to overclocks or unlocking overclocks. So it's nice still in some cases. It just doesn't give you any bonuses. As you can see, I've got 3 different larger pips on the chain on the minigun because I've got that available. Ooh, I leveled up twice. Gonna get that, because if I can just survive a little longer and level up that gun one more time, it would be great, because then I could get overclocks unlocked for future runs. I don't know if I'm going to survive this, though, because I have to get up to my drop pod.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Okay, small chance to find nitro in mining. I already got that one. Increase your damage by 2 and decrease your move speed for every nitro you have. Too dangerous. Ring of Fire it is. Okay, get my gun up. Lock up. Oh, I must have hit a... I didn't see it. It may have saw everything. I must have hit a magnet. Sometimes those spawn on the levels, and they just have all of the XP that's lying around in the level fly to you. Also super handy for power leveling. Damage. Overall fire rate up for everything. Let's get my move speed up, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it here in a minute. Reload speed. Okay, we made it. I didn't actually think I was going to make it. Ooh, okay. So I can't do anything else with my one pistol here, the Magnum, because other than give it bonus abilities, like you can still power it up more during the run, but now like I won't get any other bonuses on the side. Next run I'll be able to work towards overclocks though, which is huge. Gotta get that fire rate up, because that's too good to pass up. Overall 15% damage for all of my projectile weapons, which all of them are right now. Good. Let's pass on that one. Reroll.
What else?
Ew, that was a horrible reroll for what it needed. I actually should heal.
The company be paying for this?
Then I'll get that. And it's not worth enough. I don't have enough gold to make it worth re-rolling again. So let's go.
You have your objective.
4th level.
Get it done, miner.
I did get my objective done last time, so that's nice. Ooh, only need 6 Apoca Blooms. Probably means they're not going to be super prevalent, unfortunately. But if I can get 6 of them, there's my bonus. Oh, there's that Ring of Fire attack for being hit. That's what that looks like. It only hits every once in a while, though, so I just saw I got hit again, but it didn't go off. So it has to have a recharge period. Alright, I've got 3 of the Apoca Blooms. Oops, that's not going to work well for me. Spin around you. Grab that. Ooh, some more outside upgrades. Definitely want that. This is bad. Okay, my chain gun's unlocked, so at least for attack, so at least I could power through some of those. Yeah, this is not a good choice of guns I'm getting. I definitely have to unlock a lot more guns and get their overclocks unlocked for the gunner, though. I need to play with them more, apparently, because most of the stuff is not ready. If I get the kinetic one, that'll get the most bang for my buck. Unless it shoots in 4 directions, which could be handy. Because unlike the minigun, I won't have to be facing the enemy for him to shoot it. Get some more health again. You always want to take into account what your guns will do, because some guns have quirks. The Driller, for example, has a gun, I believe it's their starting gun for their base class, that only shoots behind them. Which is great. As a driller, you should be drilling, digging holes. But it's also not great overall. In a lot of ways, because, say you've got a horde in front of you, you really like to get out of your way. You can't shoot them, because they're in the wrong direction. So, you always want to strategize depending on which dwarf you're playing as, what your terrain's like, and just what guns you happen to have on hand. Alright, I'm getting a good bit of gold. I need to find one more Apoca Bloom. Ah, there's one right there. There we go. Objective done. Bonus XP and gold for me. Ooh, collect 20,000 nitra. Must be in total, not this run, because I'm fairly confident I have not found nearly that much in just this run. Wonder what that'll get me other than an achievement. If it'll unlock something. Guy. go. Swarm incoming. Yay. Oh, we've got spitters after us now, I see. I was just noticing the blobs of stuff flying through the air. So yeah, the deeper you go and the hazard difficulties and all that, they throw more bugs at you. Sometimes different ones than you've been running into, probably. And just ones that are overall tougher and can take more hits. From the basic grunts to some of the bigger boys. And girls. Okay. They'll just drop. When that hits, they always seem to drop it somewhere relatively close by, like close by enough that you should be able to check it on your mini-map up in the upper left corner and see where it is. Get this unlocked. Okay, that's ready to go. Hopefully I can have it a bit more clear of bugs than this go around, but I am getting swarmed by a lot of bugs. Okay, swarm. Yep, and as you can see, they literally just pour in from everywhere. All directions. Got some healing. Okay, let me try to group them together just enough so that I can create a bit of a conga line. And not have them all hitting me from every direction possible. If I can aim them where I want them, it will be easier to stay ahead and also easier to just work with them overall. Wait, why did I pick that one? That was a dumb moment of me because now my guns have status effect. Sometimes you can get overclocks to give them status effects. One previous playthrough I recall, my minigun, I got an overclock and it turned it into fire damage. When you do unlock an overclock, it gives you options. You get to choose 2. Alright, there's the elite. Boss monster time. The drill was over here. And it's still a lot of bugs in my way. This tier 3 hazard is a nightmare for everything. Usually, come on. Right on top. Okay. Collecting red sugar increases your max health by 2. XP increases the healing grad on level up. Alright. Yeah, get there before the timer runs out. Horde of bugs in between me and that. We're going through here. This seems a little thinner. I'm not gonna live. Nope. Okay. Hazard level 3 is no joke. I love how I still suck up XP even though I just died. That's gonna happen though. Especially if you're unlocking things for your character. Focus on unlocks. Nitrogen powder, new artifact that can be dropped with those supply pickups. Nice. And the bulldog can now have overclocks. So even when you lose, you kind of win because you get to keep the resources you extracted for the special stuff. You get to unlock things depending on how you did in the run. Unless you did really bad in the run. Now I'm here. I can unlock several things. It even shows you which ones you actually have the resources to unlock. XP gain could be good. Movement speed is always handy. Let's get my critical chance up a little bit. Let's get my movement speed up because I can afford it. And pickup radius would require a lot more. I'm going to save up to try to get my pickup radius bigger because pickup radius helps so much for not having to get into quite as deep into a bug horde in order to grab something. Max hit point though, that can help. Alright, so we've got several upgrades done. We've taken a look at the Crystal Caverns. They're pretty just basic as far as the whole thing goes. As you can see, they were just crystals. Easy to cut through, but nothing fancy. Each other biome offers some interesting quirks. We'll get into those in another video. For now, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out this game. Support these devs. They do such good work. I mean, just look at Deep Rock Galactic, the base Deep Rock Galactic game. There's so much there that they're still putting into that game for free. It's amazing. Play their games. Unless you really don't like this type of game, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to enjoy it otherwise. Have a great day. Bye.